Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Excuse me, Peter Joseph here for a Tuesday evening video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and please hit that subscribe button down there. You know where it is. In hell, otherwise known as the basement, otherwise known as the description box below on this very channel and my other channels, which are down there in the description box. And as always, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And please hit that like button, stick it straight up everybody's ass, because that's where it belongs. And also, please tap and slap that motherfucking bell. Treat it like you know how to treat it. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because you missed any of my videos, well, you're pretty much SOL. And I think we all know what that means by now. And if you don't, well, now you know. And that's pretty much it. So, once again, like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment if you wish. If you leave stupid comments, you can pretty much go to hell. And that's pretty much it. You're gonna get blocked either way. So, you don't like it? Tough shit. Gonna act like immature little bitches, then that's how you're gonna be treated. So it is what it is. I got no time for immature little boys anymore, because they're not gonna grow up to be actual gods like me or actual men like me. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. Let me move on with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday evening, February the 20th, 2024. Got about a week left of February, and then we begin March, and the road to daylight savings time, which is pretty much about a little over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks away, where we turn the clock forward an hour, so we lose some sleep on March the 10th. That's coming up pretty soon. And then, pretty much a week after that, spring is going to start, and hopefully we'll start getting some much warmer temperatures. I mean, we'll get a little taste next week, not much, but a little bit. Going to get up to like 55, near 60 degrees. Nothing great, but, you know, at least it'll be a little bit warmer than what we've been getting here in the Northeast, but that's good. And then after that, you know, we got Easter. So Easter's coming away in about a month from now. So, yeah, so we're going to be seeing the Easter Bunny. Thank you, Easter Bunny! You know, we're going to see the Easter Bunny pretty soon, and then baseball's going to start, and before you know it, WrestleMania 40 coming your way April 6th and 7th. And it's going to be a well-talked-about WrestleMania. WrestleMania XL for all you, people that love Roman numerals. And that's, pretty much it. And hopefully, I think we're gonna get a great ending. And it's not gonna be the ending that some of you Cody lovers like, because you're gonna be crying once again, because your tribal chief will remain the tribal chief, and your undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion for over 1,300 days after WrestleMania. Hogan's record's gonna get obliterated. That's it. We're still going. I don't even know what inning we're in. We still don't even know. Supposedly we're still in the 4th inning. We're in a rain delay for like a year. Anyway, I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that on SmackDown this Friday night. I mean, it's taped, so I'm not going to get anything new until this coming Monday night on Raw from San Jose, California. Which should be interesting. That's Bayley's hometown. But she won't be on the show, obviously, because it's Raw. But it would be nice for her to be on the show, but I don't think she will be on it. And then SmackDown next Friday on the road to WrestleMania. Will be about a month away from WrestleMania next week. So I can't wait for that. And then, you know, going to the AEW side, we got a pretty edition of of Dynamite tomorrow. Then Rampage back at its normal time at 10 o'clock on Friday night. Then Collision comes back on Saturday. So we got that as we're getting closer to Revolution. TNA No Surrender this Friday night, if anybody's gonna watch that. I might watch, like, one match, and we all know what the match is. The Prophecy defending the women's tag team belts against MK Ultra, Masha Slamovich, and Killer Kelly. In a rematch from Hard to Kill. I think the Prophecy's gonna retain. I mean, it makes no sense to give them the belts and then drop it a month later. Say the XWF, but I'm just saying. But we'll see what happens with that. And a whole bunch of stuff coming your way in the next couple weeks. And before you know it, it's going to be April and WrestleMania, and then the Hall of Fame. And then after WrestleMania, we're pretty much in cruise control until the next big event, which is really SummerSlam. Whatever that may be. And I heard through Wrestling Inc. and any wrestling site that you go on, Ringside News, whatever it may be, that SummerSlam might be, it might be in that shithole city of Cleveland, Ohio, so it's Johnny Gargano's homecoming, and The Miz, even though he lives in Los Angeles now, so he's coming back to, he might be coming back to, you know, his home state. That should be pretty good for, really for Gargano's sake, that should be really good for him. And for The Miz, yeah, he comes back to Cleveland, but that'd be nice. And if only we had Dolph Ziggler there, it'd be a triple threat Cleveland hometown bash. But Dolph Ziggler's in TNA, so what are you gonna do? But yeah, SummerSlam might be in Cleveland. Where? Don't know. Either it's gonna be in Jacobs Park, or where the Indians play. Oh, sorry, the Guardians. I don't know if they're going to change their name back to the Indians. I heard something that the Commanders might change their name back to the Redskins. We hope, but that's not up to me. It's up to, you know, the Native Americans and football, and it's just craziness. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, so if you're in Cleveland, and you might get SummerSlam. And for all you people that want to, like, big-time wrestling fans, and you go to the big four events, hey, you want to go to SummerSlam in Cleveland? You don't have to travel that far. Unless you live in, like, Puerto Rico or Florida, you don't have to go that far. It's like, I think from Florida, it's probably, like, I'd say 5 hours max. 5-6 hours max. From Puerto Rico is about 8. Depending if you have to connect, or you just go straight there. But probably, like Easter's in Puerto Rico, so she'd probably have to go to Tampa or go to Orlando, then get a connecting flight to Cleveland, and then back, unless she gets a one-way trip down to Puerto Rico. But she'll be at, I know she's gonna be at SummerSlam. She's definitely gonna be at WrestleMania. So, but we got all that. So yeah, just stay tuned to Ringside News or any wrestling website you get your news from, and maybe, probably after WrestleMania, as we get closer to SummerSlam, we'll find out that SummerSlam tickets will be going on sale, and where it is and when. I would think it's going to be in mid-August, because Bash in Berlin is at the end of August, and All In is August the 25th in London, in Wembley. And then the week after that is All Out, where it could be in Chicago, like it's been for the last 5 years. So yeah, August is going to be a huge month. Like, April's going to be, that whole WrestleMania week's going to be insane. Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA, and Ring of Honor. And then SmackDown the night before WrestleMania Night 1. The Hall of Fame. Rampage in a way. Supercard of Honor, if it even happens on April the 5th. And then we got Night 1. Got Collision the same night, which is going to get obliterated. And then Night 2, April the 7th. Which is probably going to destroy Sunday Night Baseball. So, yeah, that's that. And then, then like I said, after we get through WrestleMania, we're pretty much on cruise control until the summer. Now we got some pit stops along the way, Money in the Bank, Night of Champions, Payback in France, Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, most likely. And then after that, SummerSlam, possibly in Cleveland, and then Bash in Berlin in Germany. And then, we're going to be going global for pretty much the next few months. Well, WWE-wise, AEW's only going to Wembley August the 25th, and then that's it. And then don't forget, we got another Saudi Arabia event. That's Crown Jewel 6, I believe, or 5 or 6. I don't know what number it's up to. That's in November, a couple weeks before the Survivor Series, which might be at the world's famous arena, the Mecca of all sports, Madison Square Garden in New York City. Pretty much right before Thanksgiving. But we'll see what happens with that, because Thanksgiving is late this year. It's November the 28th, I believe. So, yeah, it is the 28th, because the 29th is the Creed concert. And yes, I pretty much might be going to see Creed. Maybe. We'll see. See, how the funds are by then, because getting tickets to see Creed is like trying to get tickets to see Ozzy, almost. Like, lots, or even Kiss! Kiss! You gotta pay an arm, like 6 arms and 2 legs. Or 6 arms and 4 legs. That's a lot of money. Even in the nosebleed seats, like, you're paying like $300 just for one seat. It's crazy. Not like back in the day when you used to go to see In This Moment or even Ozzy, you can see him for like $150 in the nosebleed seats. Or if you go to Ozfest, of course, you get that a little bit cheaper than $150, but it was free one year. Remember 2006? I remember that, man. Ozfest for free. That was the shit. Back in the day. But you had to be quick to get those. Unless you had a voucher. Or like a VIP thing, like I did. It took me like a day. I mean, I got it when I was with my ex. I found out about Ozfest tickets going on sale for free. I was like, hey, Ozfest tickets on sale. Go get them! I'm like, okay. Went to get them, but there was a bad storm. So, couldn't get online. Because, you know how it is upstate. I mean, in the summer, God forbid, and you're living not in a great place. I mean, lightning can hit your house, it can hit your tower, and you're done. You're pretty much done. You're, not done, but your power go out, and it's going to take a while to come back. So I wanted to get it that night, and I was like, great, I'm going to miss out on good tickets. I could have sat front row and looked at Ozzy, like, oh, Ozzy. Could have got doused with all that water or foam at the time. He had the foam machine. But, couldn't get it, but thankfully, I did get some good seats. Well, not up front, but I got around at the PNC, we started off on, we started off on the lawn, and then we went to our seats after that. After Lordy went on, we just started going down. It's like, oh, let's go to our seats, because I don't want to miss Ozzy front row, well, not front row, but all that good stuff. But eventually we had a good time. But, getting the tickets was a little hassle, because the day of, it was storming really bad, and I'm like, the modem was going to go on and off. I'm like, I don't want to do this when I'm trying to order. And I got to print them out. So, but thankfully I was able to get the tickets and print it out that same day. That was the next day, but thankfully I got the good seats, but could have been worse. No, not worse if you're sitting on the lawn, depending on where you sit in the PNC, but good time. I wish we had more festivals that were free, but I can't do that. Because you gotta pay the venue, you gotta pay the band, the merchandise. I mean, you still gotta sell merch. And you got the food and everything, you gotta pay the food, and it's crazy. Not for free! Tickets for free, yeah, but why do we have to pay for food and merchandise? Yeah, you gotta pay to get there too if you're taking a train. Wherever you're going, especially with the PNC. Because you gotta take a cab to get there. Well, first you gotta get the New Jersey, you gotta get the train tickets to New Jersey. Then you gotta pay for a cab. That's getting the train back and forth. That's, not one way, back and forth from New York Penn Station to Jersey, and then back. And you have to be there, but you have to get on the last train out of Jersey. It's like, I think, 1 o'clock. And you miss it, you're fucked. Pretty much, you are fucked. Because you're going to have to stay in Homedale, New Jersey somewhere. Like a shithole motel. But, I mean, it is what it is. You gotta pay for the tickets, you gotta pay the train tickets, you gotta pay for food, you gotta pay for freaking the cab, which is like $20-30 unless you go with a couple people, like, and that's what me and my ex did. We got a cab with a couple other people that were going the same way, so like, alright, we'll split it. So it was like $30 cab ride. I gave 20, they gave 10. So I'm like, 10? Come on. Plus tip. So it was like $40 basically between both of us. I'm like, let's get. It's like we were like saying, all right. It's like, how much is it? $30. Like, all right, we'll give. It's like, I'll give 20. You give 20. That'll be 30 plus the tip. So we did that. So did that. We got online. We waited for a little bit, and pretty much we were the first ones in that goddamn place. And we walked around a little bit, and then we went to one of the stages, and thankfully I didn't go to the wrong stage, because I went to the stage, the music was starting to play, and like, okay, let's go. We didn't get to the front of the stage, but we saw Chthonic, which is a Taiwanese death metal band. They are very good. If you haven't seen them, go see them. And then pretty much after that, I didn't know In This Moment was on the freaking Ozfest at the time until like 2 days before. Like, oh, we gotta go see In This Moment. But I was like way back when they went on. But thankfully, after they went off, went right to the meet and greet tent. Bam, got the meet and greet, everything. Met Maria and the band. Everything. I wish I had the picture. I can't find it. I have it. I swear to God, I have the pretty much one of the first pictures I took In This Moment. I really wish I had it. I don't know where it is. It's not. I don't even. I looked on my social media. I can't even find it on Facebook. It's so long ago. Like 2006. Like my first few pictures that I ever took on Facebook was that one. I'll keep looking, but now I can't even find it on MySpace because I don't have MySpace anymore. MySpace, Kenny! MySpace? Are you kidding me? Yeah. We lived through the MySpace days. Funny enough, it's still around. Yeah, MySpace is still around, but who uses it? Why would you even use MySpace? I mean, were you Kenny Omega? Anyway. Alright, we move on with that. But anyway, I hope everybody had a great Tuesday. We got NXT coming your way about an hour, a little over an hour and a half away. A little under an hour and a half away, I should say. It's taped, because next week is taped as well as, they're going to Australia. They're pretty much there now, because it's pretty much, I think, Wednesday morning there now. So get ready, after Friday, after Rampage goes off the air Friday, I think all of us are going to take a nice little nap. Depending where you live, especially on the East Coast, you're going to be taking a nice little nap, getting up about 4:30, about 4:30, making it a fresh pot of coffee, watching the Elimination Chamber at 5 a.m., or if you're in Puerto Rico, 6 a.m., You have a nice fresh pot of coffee, and maybe you get some McDonald's. Maybe get some hash browns or a McFlurry or not well. They don't not got some McFlurries in the morning. You probably get a McMuffin or hash browns. You get a nice pancakes or whatever. You get a nice McCafe if you're drinking some coffee or you make a fresh pot of coffee. Why are you saying fresh pot of coffee? Because it's funny to say. Dave Grohl says that in a video. He was like, everyone a fresh pot coffee, fresh pot. I got coffee here, fresh pot. I thought he was talking about weed. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? We're talking about fresh pot. I mean, you got a fresh stash of weed. I'll take some. I'm kidding, of course, because I don't smoke weed. Because I'm straight edge. I don't do that shit. Right on. Moving on. Alright, but like I said, I hope everybody had a great Tuesday. I hope you had a great President's Day weekend. Now back to work today. So for some of you kiddies out there, you got the week off. Lucky you. But some of us hard-working Americans, back to work. Got to make that money. And that's pretty much it. So we move on with that. Alright. We move on. Alright, so like I said, NXT coming up in about a little over an hour away. And later on, I'll do my NXT review over on my Peter Joseph channel. Now, I apologize for I didn't do my Raw this Raw review coming up. Last night after Raw went off the air, I got really sick last night. I almost went to the hospital, but thankfully I didn't. I was able to take a couple of pills, drank some water, went to sleep, got up. Threw up a little bit. Sorry, I went TMI, but I threw up a little bit, and then I took a shower, and then pretty much I was gone. I went to sleep, and I didn't wake up until like 8 o'clock this morning because I had to go to work. So, but it happens. So I can't, give videos all the time because one, I'm dead tired. Two, I might be sick. So I apologize for the lateness of the video. But hopefully we'll be getting back on track, and we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, minus all that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late and out-of-date Monday night. Oh, I'm sorry. Monday night Raw review for President's Day, February the 19th, 2024. Celebrating America. And all the presidents, like Donald Trump. Donald Trump, as the president of the United States, gonna be huge. Yep, we got all that. All that. Let's get Sleepy Joe and his bitch out of the White House, please. Pretty much getting close to 8 months away from Election Day. Probably gonna be one of the biggest elections since 2020. So, put the right person in. And not that bumbling idiot. Or bumbling idiots, I should say. But we'll see what happens with that when we get to November. Got a long way to go right now. Long way, my friends. That's that. Alright, so Monday Night Raw for February the 19th, 2024. Decent show. It was the go-home show before the Elimination Chamber this Saturday morning. Well, Friday late night for you people in the West Coast. And on the far East Coast, well, not the far East Coast, in England, pretty much starts at 10 a.m. for you. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, when's it going to start in England? Well, take New York time and add 5 hours. So it's 5 a.m. here, 10 a.m. your time. So, there you go. So, top of the morning to you, let's watch the Elimination Chamber with the Queen. Well, I don't know if the Queen will like that. She's dead. Watch it with the King. He's sick too, but hopefully, prayers go out to, the King. Prince Charles, so it's Princess King Charles now. So, not doing so good with his health, so, yeah, I think he's got colon cancer, which sucks. Yeah, but hopefully, he'll kick its ass, and he'll still be kicking ass in Johnny Old England love. And that's it. Alright, so Raw emanated last night from the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, home of the so-called Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Quack! They're not that mighty. They got blitzed by the Rangers. Speaking of the Rangers, they're playing tonight at home at the Garden against the Dallas Stars, going for 8 in a row. Coming off that huge win at MetLife Stadium in the Stadium Series. Coming back from basically 3-0 to win that game in overtime 6-5 on a controversial goal, even though it was a clean goal. Even though the net went off. Still, Islander fans are still pissed off. He went in a goal! Shut the fuck up and eat your fish sticks. Fuck yourselves, Islander fans. But I digress on that. But anyway, yeah, so at the home of the mighty crappy Ducks in Anaheim, California, was also the home of the Anaheim Angels. Well, I don't even know what they are now. They either from, they went back to Los Angeles, California, or the California Angels, Los Angeles Angels, who gives a fuck, Angels? Pretty much a different team than they are, last year. Ohtani gone. They still got Mike Trout, who's, I think, is in his contract year. Hey, come over to the Mets. We'll take you. Alonso's going to get his money pretty much this year and in the next year. He is going to stay a Met for life, my friends. He's only like 30-some-odd years old. I think. He's around 30. But it's his contract year, and I think, Uncle Stevie was talking to him yesterday and part of today. About what? Don't know. Probably asking him how much money he wants. Still, I would give... A lot of people on Twitter are saying 10 years, $250. I'd give him that. Give him 50. Well, that's pretty much $25 million a year for a first baseman. But yeah, 10-year, $250 might be a little bit cheap for Alonso. And I know a lot of other teams are gonna want him for they're gonna pay him like $500 million. Los Angeles. How many more people do you want? You already got Ohtani at $710 million. And then you got Yamamoto for how many, $500-600 million? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, they got a super team. But what happened last year? You had a great team last year. First round. Choke job. See how you do this year? You can get 120 wins, and I don't give a fuck. You don't win the world title, it's a bust. Even with Ohtani and with freaking Yamamoto and all the other big time stars they got. Mookie Betts, and I don't even know if Freeman's still on the team. Well, I know one guy's not on the team, that's Justin Turner. He should have been on the Mets, but I think he went to Toronto. He went to Toronto or Boston. But Mets could have got him. Would have been a nice reunion, but Mets got all these fucking rentals that who cares? Sean Manaea, Sean Manaea, the guy that everybody's like, worship him, acknowledge him. He's not Roman. Stop it. He's got the long hair. He looks Samoan. Acknowledge him. No, we only acknowledge Roman fucking Reigns around here. That's pretty much it. That's that. Acknowledge the Tonga twins, too. I know that they're from Tonga, which is a different country than Samoa, but still. Acknowledge the, now, the former Women's Wrestling Tag Team Champions, because they got screwed on the last show by Miami Sweet Heat. And yeah, I do watch Women of Wrestling, WW, formerly AJ Lee's company. She did have an executive producer role. Now she's pretty much not there no more. She's probably just sitting home looking pretty. With that ass, Phil's bitch, basically. But, well, fuck you, Phil. Should've been me. But I digress. Alright, let's get into Raw, because we got about an hour from NXT, and probably nobody's gonna watch NXT tonight, because it's taped. I already got the spoilers for this week anyway, so. And most of next week. So a lot of people saying next week is live. I don't think it's live. It might be, who knows. But anyway. We got that. Alright, so, from the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, Monday Night Raw emanated, and our commentary team of the man who hates Roman Reigns with a passion, you son of a bitch, Mitchell Cole. Calm down, Cole. Calm down and acknowledge your tribal chief. So we got Mitchell Cole and the great man that he is, Patrick McAfee, or Pat McAfee. Pretty much Jey Uso's biggest fan. And he was doing that when Jey Uso came out, he's doing this. And he's on top of the he's on top of the freaking commentary. You know, the announce table doing this. And he's dancing, like, you know, like Shinsuke's having he's freaking jealous and everything. And he's, like, dancing on top of the freaking announce table, kind of kicking. I think he, like, put his foot in Michael Cole's face or something like that. Well, yeah, kick him, why don't you? Kick that piece of crap. But I digress. So we got those two legends in the house, and we move on with that. Alright. So, as we've seen over the last few weeks, we've seen a lot of people arriving early to the building. I think we saw Cody, I think we saw Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, and a whole bunch of other people. So we see that. And then we saw Monday Night Raw property with a banger of a match that was announced earlier in the day by Mr. Adam Pearce. And we open up with, yeah, Cody! MDKOD Cody! The man who's gonna lose to Roman again at WrestleMania! Bitch! No! Cody Crybaby! Okay. Cody Crybaby! Okay. I love that song. Anyway, so Cody is taking on Drew McIntyre in a big, well, not a big beefy men slapping meat match per se, but pretty good match to start the show. And it was pretty damn good. Alright, so we start off with a hype video before the match. Okay. I'm all for that. And then we start off with Cody with a basic fucking headlock. 1901. Not even 1901, probably like 1891. When wrestling wasn't a thing, I don't know. But anyway, that don't work. So Drew knocks him down. And then we get the exchange of chops. So we got a chop suey fest. Excuse me, god damn this beer. Anyway, Drew gets the better of that. Gets pulled into a quick figure four. Woo! And a big chaboy, you know. And then Drew turns that over, so Cody has to make the ropes to escape. Cody had to jump over the ropes to escape. Are you blind? Okay. Doesn't sound good when you say that, but it was much better when Bobby Heenan and the late great Gorilla Monsoon said that. Hey, Kennedy trying to jump out the window to escape. Are you blind? Oh, he's bleeding. He didn't need Kennedy. Pretty much. Anyway, so we get that. So Cody makes the ropes to escape. Go to break, we come back. Drew crushes Cody's head against the ring post. Ow! As it starts chopping away on the big tree that is Cody Rhodes. Cody comes back with a basic bulldog. Then we get a power slam into the disaster kick, slows Drew down. And then Cody hits that garbage fucking wannabe Gilmore cutter of his for a near fall. And then Cody hits the Cactus Jack. Bang! Clothesline. That's not gonna make Mick Foley happy. Right, Mick? Mick, you okay? Okay. Alright, okay, calm down. Calm down, I don't have to get, you know who. They're very tasty. Okay, we know the Doritos are tasty. Stop it, please. Cactus, I told you to stop doing that, Cactus. Terry, I like these Doritos. They're very tasty. I keep telling you. Cactus, will you stop being such a prick? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mick Foley is a maniac. Terry Funk will tell you. Cactus, I hate that guy. I was a hardcore legend in Japan. Japan, #1, forever and ever. Okay, Terry, stop now. God rest that mighty man's soul. Anyway, I heard he had a match with he was like, had a death match with Abdul the Butcher. How? I don't know. He's dead. Both of them are dead. Great people. Probably having bloody as you know what, death matches up in heaven. You know, with another guy having death matches in heaven. That's my good friend Mikey. Right, Mike? What? I was just telling the your great fans, how you doing? How you had a great weekend? I heard you had a couple of death matches and you won. Yeah, I beat some of those Japanese guys up, man. I kicked their ass. I put them to a table. Yeah, 'cause I'm awesome. I know. I saw it too. You did? Yeah, we got pay-per-view down here. Remember? Oh yeah. I forgot. Anyway. Yeah, Mikey had a couple of death matches. You know, even Jerome had a match, lost. Sucks for you, Jerome, motherfucker. Get that sight away from me. Get Mikey, get his sight away from him. Stick it up his ass. Hey, Jerome, stop! Get that thing away from him. Put it up your ass. It's awesome. Okay, calm down. Calm down, Mike. Calm down. I just punch him. Now, I know you don't like Jerome, but we teamed last year. Yeah, I know he won, Basically, he was snorting cocaine the whole match. I know. But he still got paid. In his own way. I always I know, Mike. Just calm down. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye! Okay, get out of here. You gotta love Mike Awesome. And if you don't like my impressions, well, fuck you, man. That's it. We move on with that. Alright, so Cody hits the cactus clothesline on the floor. And they're both lying in a heap as we go to another break. Come back. Drew goes a spine buster. And they set up powerbomb for another near falls on both of them. And then Cody comes back with the Triple H pedigree, which really didn't do much. Slowed Drew down a little bit, but Drew comes right back with the Future Shock DDT. And sadly, Cody kicked out at 2. And then, for some odd reason, Drew goes up top, which is rare that he goes up top to the top rope. Cody then hits a superplex. And then he goes up to the top, hits a top rope Gilmore cutter. Stop stealing my moves, Cody. And because you don't win. What happened? Drew kicked out at 2. And then he picks up Drew, tries to go for the crossroads, but cue Jimmy Uso for a brief distraction, and then we see another guy in a hood. I'm like, uh-oh, I think I know what that is. Solo Mibuki in that hoodie. Kind of felt like WrestleMania 39 all over again. Boom! Samoan Spike knocked Cody for a loop, and then Drew finishes him off with the Claymore, turning him 360 in the middle of that ring. Drew goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Drew McIntyre beats that bitch Cody in under 20 minutes. Cody has yet to win a singles match on TV. TV, mind you. pretty much on Raw, I think. I could be wrong on that, because he did win. He beat Shinsuke. Well, that was in a Texas death match. It didn't really count, technically. But pretty much, yeah, Cody hasn't really done anything on Raw. He hasn't won an actual singles match, a one-on-one match, since losing to good friend Roman, and that's going to continue, going all the way to Mania. He's going to lose that tag match to Roman and The Rock, then he's going to get smashed, stacked pin on night 2 of Mania, thanks to Seth Rollins. Oh, you think it's not going to happen? It's not going to happen. Cody's going to win because of The Rock. Yeah, The Rock's probably going to turn on Roman after Mania. After, not during the match. Maybe during the match, maybe we'll see. But I think it'd be easier for Seth Rollins to turn on Cody, and then Roman pins him, and then Rock comes out, and then, he's like, does this stupid thing, with the L anyway. And then, next thing you know, Roman gets rock bottomed by The Rock, and then The Rock's like, oh, I'm the head chief, I'm the number one guy, And then that will set up SummerSlam, and then Roman will go away for a couple months, come back to do the promos, of course. Same thing with The Rock. They'll go away for a little bit, come back by July. Do the promos leading up to SummerSlam. Gonna be a great event. It doesn't even need to be for the title. It could be for title of Tribal Chief. They could do Tribal Combat, like Jay Uso did last year and lost. So they could do some type of match like that. Roman smashes The Rock. Rock goes bye-bye. Roman keeps his belt, breaks Hogan's record, and goes into 3rd place. And then pretty much next on the list is Bob Backlund. But I don't think he's gonna get the Bob Backlund territory. I don't think so. I think pretty much next year might be the year. It's not gonna happen this year. I have a feeling. I got a feeling that Roman's gonna retain at WrestleMania. Night 1 might not go the way it might, but I think night 2 is gonna go the way of the Bloodline, and Roman's gonna retain, even with a lot of chicanery. I just think that it's not his time. Still not his time. He will not finish that story. And people are gonna be pissed, and I don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. You think Roman gives a shit? No, not really. Rock pretty much doesn't give a shit. We all know that. And I know Rock is turning on, he's playing Roman like a fiddle. He's gonna help Cody. Not yet. I know the whole this thing, and then he's like pointing at Roman saying, "You're gonna walk out of WrestleMania, loser." He wasn't pointing at Roman, he was pointing at the freaking cameraman. Everybody thinks he's pointing at Roman. Come on. And now we're gonna see on Friday night that the rest of the Bloodline, pretty much kind of nervous because now Rock thinks he's the freaking owner, the leader of the Bloodline when he's not. I'm the High Chief of the Bloodline. Okay, you're not the leader of the Nation of Domination 2.0, so stop it, Rock, okay? Stop it. Just go out there, insult the fans until Mania, and then after Mania you can probably do the same thing, but, Roman's gonna kick your ass. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, so, yeah. Alright, so Drew gets the win over Cody. Michael Cole's still yelling and screaming up a storm. He's like, damn it! Damn it, that Bloodline! Fall in line, Michael Cole. Fall in line. We've been doing it for the last 3.5 years. We could go for another year or so. Just fall in line, Michael Cole. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I did the max 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on Monday Night Raw. Alright, they'll get a video on Walter and Jey Uso before the main event for the Intercontinental title. Walter at 619 days. How fitting, 619. 619. Well, as of this video, 620. Oh, sorry, spoil it. So anyway, 619 from Walter. His long Intercontinental title reign getting close to 2 years. Well, it's a year and a half now, but, 2 years, well, plus this year would be 366, 365, that's 731 days. He has to get to 2 years. Roman already clips that. He's pretty much getting close to 4 years. Times that, 365 times 4, which is pretty much over 1,400 days. So, he'll hit, when he does that, when he wins after WrestleMania, the next big thing is that 4-year mark in September, 1,400 days, 4 years as champ, and counting. Well, we'll see. We'll see, but like I said, I have a feeling Roman will retain, and Cody will not. Cody is not, even if Cody wins, he is not going to be holding that championship as long as Roman has. At most, he holds it for 6 months. At most. I just don't think Cody is going to be the guy, the face of the WWE. He shouldn't even be face of SmackDown. Like, let alone Raw. But, Seth Rollins won't be the champ on Raw anymore, because I think Drew McIntyre is going to beat him at Mania, because Seth's going to be doing double duty that night. Has to defend the belt, either beat Drew and then lose to Poppy Priest, or win and Poppy Priest cashes in anyway, and Poppy Priest loses. Or Drew wins and Poppy Priest tries to cash in, but it won't be his time yet. I mean, Damian Priest has until, I think, June to cash in. Imagine he cashes in the night of Night of Champions, night of Money in the Bank. In Toronto, he cashes in on the 1-year anniversary. I don't think he can do that, I don't know, but it'd be funny. He cashes in, wins the belt, and then like Sami Zayn or maybe even Cody wins the Money in the Bank. Then cashes on him. That'd be funny. Oh, you want to cash in? No, I'm cashing in. Double cash in. Why not? Let's do it. Right, Paul Stanley? Let's do it. Exactly. That would be hilarious. Double Money in the Bank cash in. So like Drew or Cody is the champ. Cody gets beaten severely by like Roman and company. And then next thing you know, Poppy Priest comes out. Hey, I'm cashing in finally. Right? And then next thing you know, Sami Zayn comes out. Probably Sami Zayn might win this Money in the Bank. Sami Zayn comes out and is like, hey, you can't cash in, I'm cashing in. And then the referee's like, oh, who's cashing in here? And then they have to have a conference. Both members will cash in. That'll be weird. Because there'll be a triple threat match for the freaking belt. And one of them is going to win. Like, Sami wins the belt. It'll be hilarious. It'll be great. And then Damien's like, oh, fuck. I cashed in. Well, I had to cash in. Damien would be like, well, cashed in. I should have cashed in earlier. Like, 4 months ago. But imagine that, a double cash-in at Money in the Bank. Or, well, yeah, Money in the Bank, because it can't happen any time after that, because Damien's 1-year contract ends. But it would be funny. I would mark the hell out. Double cash-in! And both lose? Imagine that, too. Double cash-in, and the champ still retains. But I don't, it's probably not going to happen. I'm just hypothetically thinking. Think like the Macho Man, yeah, dig it. Go get that. Alright, so we got that video. Then we get another video, this time of Andrade, talking about being from a wrestling family. Well, I don't, he mentioned his wife, but not by name. I think we all know who his wife is, Charlotte. His dad, or his father-in-law, is, Nature Boy, Ric Flair. So he mentions that, but not by name. Being used, and also is being used to the pressure, and basically says, I control my own destiny, and my day is now beginning. So, we'll see what happens with Andrade. It's going to be coming up in a little, whenever he gets into in-ring competition, if you will. So we got that. And don't forget, take it easy. Take it easy. Why are you so crazy? Take it easy. So we get all that. Let me move on. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get a look at what happened earlier with Cody and Drew, that ending with Pat McAfee giving us a play-by-play color commentary on the telestrator. They say this happened, and this happened, and this happened. Bam! You know, all we needed was John Madden to come back from the dead. Bam! You know, whoa! You know, we need some Madden commentary. Is Madden 24 out already? I think it is. Not that I want to play it, but I used to play Madden a lot. Now I don't play Madden that much anymore. I don't even play a lot of sports games now. I'll tell you what I've been playing. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth demo. I've been playing it all over and over and over and over again. It keeps getting funnier every single time I play it. That's, that. Sorry. Anyway, we move on. I lost my notes. Alright, we're back. Alright, so we see that. That was kind of funny. Alright, then, speaking of Cody, we go to the trainer's room. Cody's getting looked at by the trainer, holding his chest because he basically got fucked up by Solo Mibuki. And Adam Pearce comes in, asks Cody how he is. Cody's like, if anything you need. Cody's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. You sure? I'm fine. So Adam Pearce like talks to the trainers like, let's leave him alone for a minute. So they leave, and then Seth freaking Rollins comes in. Oh! So Seth comes in, not a great fit, semi-good fit, from the Men's Warehouse. When you go to the Men's Warehouse, that's always our sponsor. You want a good suit, good shirt, you want to just look good in general, then go to the Men's Warehouse. Tell them Peter Joseph sent you. And maybe, just maybe, you'll like the way you look. I can almost guarantee that. But that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So Seth Rollins comes in, looks over Cody. Cody's like, you know, that, and then Seth's like, pats him on the leg. Then he leaves. Some shield you are, Seth. I still think they're gonna win a night 1, but I really think that Seth Rollins is going to get a little bit jealous. We have to see how it plays out for the next 6 weeks, I guess. And that's it. Alright, we move on. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video on the Women's Elimination Chamber match and the 5 qualifiers. And then we go to the Elimination Chamber qualifying match, Battle Royal, the so-called Last Chance Battle Royal, if you will. I thought it was supposed to be all the losers that lost the Elimination Chamber qualifying matches, but they added in like 30 people. I'm like, what is this? They didn't qualify. They didn't lose. Why is Xia Li in it? I mean, Tegan Nox, Natalya, Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae. Like, why are they there? Like, oh yeah, the Chelsea Green effect. From last week. Stupid fucking whore. Anyway, so we got Xia Li, Valhalla, and her smelly, stinky feet. Tegan Nox, Natalya, Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae, Maxine Dupri, Ivy Nile, Elektra Lopez, Kaden Carter, and Casey Catanzaro, the former women's champions. Mishin Mia Yim, Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, Zelina Vega. Looking hot. Oh, she looked like she was wearing some lingerie. Woo, my. We have Chelsea Green. Alba Fire. Isla Dawn, finally. Thank you, Hona. Now you put her in the match. That's basically worthless now. So, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the Witches of SmackDown. B-Fab. Why? I mean, gotta get something for her to do, I guess, huh? So we got B-Fab and a returning Raquel Rodriguez. We got a nice little pop. So, Valhalla knocked out Maxine Dupri to start, so that feud continues on with the American Alpha and the Viking Raiders. Nobody cares about. BFAB then gets eliminated. Xia Li got knocked out by Raquel Rodriguez with like 5 eliminations. Crazy. But I'm not gonna get to everything. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire teamed up for a little bit to knock out maybe one person, but it wasn't much. We're getting to the end, and Chelsea Green hid underneath the ring near the end, and then it got down to Mia Yim, Raquel Rodriguez, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. So Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler get rid of Mia Yim, and then Raquel Rodriguez gets rid of Shayna Baszler, and then Zoe tries to get rid of Raquel tries to get rid of Zoe Stark, but Shayna's there for the save temporarily, and then Raquel just hits a big boot which barely connected, and Zoe falls off the apron onto Shayna Baszler to eliminate her, and then everybody's like, "Yay, you won!" Oh wait, no, it's Chelsea! Chelsea tries to get in, it's like, "Yay, try to get in!" She tries to throw Raquel out, like that's gonna work. And then, thankfully, Raquel's like, "Bitch, get out of here," like yesterday's garbage. Throws her out, and gets the surprising win in 12 minutes. So there you go. So, Raquel Rodriguez is entrant number 6. Well, that's a good way to get in, I guess, by winning a battle royal. Why not? Alright, so we got that. Match was kind of corny, and I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. But we're going to see all 6 women in the ring once again. Well, we're going to see them in the ring later on. It was a pretty damn good segment, and we get that. Alright, then we hear from Jey Uso stealing Seth Rollins' sunglasses. Talking about ready to win the Intercontinental title, and he's like, "Let me reintroduce myself. My name is So Yeet. No Yeet. No Yeet. For you, Jay. No Yeet." That's that. Alright, then we get a split-screen interview with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. They talk to Mommy Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax. Alright, so Rhea talks about wanting to go back home to prove that she is different from basically everybody. And Nia's like, "Ugh, I don't care." And then she promises pain. What's your prediction? Prediction? Pain. Whole language tell you that. Lucky 3. Anyway. So she promises pain, and then Rhea's like, "I'm Rhea Bloody Ripley, and I promise to show that you are not good enough." And then she takes off her mic, throws it at you. "Get out of here, I'm not done." And then Nia's like, "Somebody get me a burrito." No. Anyway, so Nia's all pissed. So that's pretty much it. So she's like, "I'm big and I'll beat you." So see what happens with that. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Then after that, we get, I don't know why we got this, R-Truth. We got a special look at his history with the Judgment Day. And he's talking to I think it was Jackie Redmond or Kathy Kelly. I think it was Jackie Redmond. He's in a blue smock. Like it's raining, like a freaking poncho. It's outside the arena. Anyway, so he insists it was a special moment when they first met, like the first time John Cena tried on a pair of jean shorts, or jorts. Okay, I don't get that, but anyway. But then it went bad with Damian Priest, Poppy Priest, attacking him last week, a couple weeks ago, and it made him feel as sad as the finale of This Is Us. I never watched that show, and I didn't care about it. So he's like, now he has DX in his corner, meaning DIY, and The Miz, and then he just leaves. I was like, the fuck what point was that? Like, what is this?
Excuse me, is this, basic? Now, why would we use something so brand new like basic?
Anyway, you don't get that reference, you haven't watched Golden Boy lately. Good old Japanese anime. She touched me. Calm down, dude. And we move that. We move on from that. That's that. Alright, so I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. I thought it was ridiculously dumb. And it gets worse! Because after that, we get a look at the UFC/TKO WWE partnership. And the Honda Center is going to have 3 big events with the WWE and the UFC. So probably like UFC 350, some shit like that. Because they had, I think it was 298. I don't know what number it's up to now, but they had the UFC event on Saturday, and a lot of, like, people were there, like Phil was there, Bianca Belair and Montez Ford were there, a few other people were there, a few other wrestlers were there. So, you know, they got that little, you know, so the UFC TKO WWE partnership, you know, starts. And then we go to the ring where we have Samantha Irvin, looking hot as always. She introduces UFC fighter Michael Chandler, who, you know, he's like, yeah, I'm Michael Chandler, and everyone's like, who are you? Excuse me, what's your name? Ah! Yeah. Somebody call Bailey. Somebody call Bailey and Sasha Banks. Ah! You know? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? We don't know you. So anyway, Michael Chandler takes the mic and basically cuts a promo calling out Conor bitch-ass fuck McGregor to a fight on live fucking TV. I'm like, you could have done that somewhere else in the wrestling arena. I didn't get this at all. I mean, we have Michael Chandler, we had another guy from the UFC, another champion, and then we had a bullfighting champion in the crowd, and then Netflix executives are like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, let's have all the executives from Netflix, let's bring them in, we're going to Netflix in January, let's bring them to the arena.
Oh, this is great.
10-year fucking deal. Who the fuck's gonna watch Netflix? You're gonna watch Raw on Netflix for like $18 a month? Come on. I'm not. I'm gonna watch it for free. Ha! Eat that, Netflix. It's like a fat cock. Fuck Netflix. Should be on fucking FX. Just saying. Put it back on cable, not fucking a fucking thing you have to pay $18 for. Or $15, whatever Netflix is these days. I don't have it anymore because I don't want it anymore. I know I'm missing a lot of good stuff on Netflix now. The Vince documentary is gonna be on Netflix. Huh. What do you think we have? We have YouTube, and we can just watch it on some other website. You know, we don't need to pay $18. We get it for free. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the final season of Cobra Kai. Don't care. I don't really care that much. You know, I'm missing out on a lot of freaking comedy specials and shit, like, you know, Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock and, you know, Kevin Hart, you know, people like that. I'm gonna miss that. That's, yeah, you know, it sucks, man. Hey, I still got Amazon Prime. I can watch specials on Amazon Prime if I wanted to. Or Hulu. I still got Disney Plus, which I just, you know, I don't pay for that. Rosa does. I don't even pay for anything, really. I don't pay for anything on my PS5. Nope. Paramount, get it for free because I have a free subscription. Hulu, pretty much is bundled with Amazon Prime. Disney, Rosa pays for that. I don't pay 1 red cent! Hey, you're cheap! No, I'm just got it like that with my cable company, so. And it is what it is. I got ESPN, but I pay for ESPN. That's the only thing I pay for, really, is ESPN. Because I gotta watch the Niners somehow, you know? I could watch it, I could just watch it on, a stream, but, you know, the streams are, like, really bad quality half the time. Even watching pay-per-views, on wrestling pay-per-views, are pretty, you know, some of the quality is, like, not great. And even though my computer's ancient, you know, it lags a little bit. Not a lot, but... I mean, I watched Vengeance Day, and the stream was great. Had no lag, and pretty much I watched the entire thing. I didn't have to, you know, restart the stream or anything like that. It was great. And I get New Japan for free. How great is that? Man, having New Japan. Oh, and I found out why they had that cage match. I was like, what the hell is this cage go around the ring? At, New Beginning in Osaka. I think it was Osaka? A couple weeks, like about a few days, about a week ago. I was like, what the hell is this cage around? We see Ospreay and David Finlay in the ring, and it's surrounded by this big cage. And like, what is this, FMW? We gotta blow it up? No, it was actually an actual cage match with the Bullet Club War Dogs of David Finlay's group, and against United Empire, in pretty much their last match as a group. Well, Ospreay's last match in the group. Just a crazy match. That cage looked like you would see it in a chicken fight, like an old school. Remember how all the old school WCW cages looked? It wasn't like solid steel per se. It felt like the Thunder cage without the top of the Thunder cage. The electrified Thunder cage. Halloween Havoc 88! You know, it was like one of those cages like you would see later on in WCW before they changed back to the solid steel cage. The actual cages we get now. Not the bar cages. You know, I miss those blue bar cages. You don't see them anymore. It sucks. Now you got regular solid steel, not even steel, right? You have the steel cage. Not the bar cage, which sucks. Now you got cages that look like freaking Hell in a Cell cages. If you look at AEW, the regular cage, I'm not talking about Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts looks like a rip-off cage of freaking War Games. The original War Games, not the War Games from WWE when it doesn't have the top. Double ring cage match with a roof on it. Like, normally what War Games is, but WWE's version doesn't have the fucking roof. Why, I don't know. I mean, basically, it's a smaller version of the Hell in a Cell match. You know, just with no top. So people can just go to the tippy top, like EO, and jump off like a crazy mad woman. Or just throw somebody from the top of the cage into a Gilmore Casa, bang, like Randy Orton did. Randy Orton did. He still owes me money for that, Randy. Randy! Well, you're gonna pay for it at WrestleMania, so, okay. Oh, you're probably, right, Randy and I might not even be at WrestleMania, which is sad. Sami Zayn might not even be at WrestleMania. Maybe. I mean, the only way I think they could be in it is that, it's sad to say this, but they have to be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I mean, what other way can they get to WrestleMania? What kind of match would they be in? It makes no sense if you don't have big stars like Orton and Sami Zayn. Even Eli Drake, which he might have a match with Logan Paul for the United States title, but then like, okay, what happens to Kevin Owens? Kev's gonna have KO Mania 8 or whatever number it's up to. I mean, what are you gonna do with all these other guys that are in the Elimination Chamber that are gonna lose? Bobby Lashley, what happens to him? I would think that his feud with his group, the Pride, and the Altars of the Final Testament is gonna somehow end at WrestleMania. Some type of match, like an eight-man multi-person match. Probably be an 8-person mixed tag shit. Also Payne, Killer Cross, and Scarlett. You think Paul Ellering is gonna fight at his age? No. So they're gonna take on B-Fab, the Street Profits, and Bobby. So that's what it's leaning to. I have a feeling it's gonna be an 8-person mixed tag match at Mania. And I think I would probably say that the Pride is going to get the win, and then who knows what's going to happen with both teams after that. I don't care. But I would finish this feud at Mania. Unless the Ulster Pain win the tag team belts anytime soon, but I doubt that. Because it looks like the Undisputed Tag Team belts are going to be handed over to Awesome Truth. Miz and Truth getting their big moment. Probably won't hold it that long. I could probably guarantee you that probably the next champs are probably going to be the Authors of Pain. It really should be the Street Profits, then the Authors of Pain, but it might reversed. But, I mean, we'll see. That's how I feel about the tag team belts right now. The women's tag team belts, well, Asuka and Kairi are going to WrestleMania with those. Because they're not going to be at the Elimination Chamber, so they're taking that pay-per-view off. That sucks, but but they'll be back. They'll probably face somebody at Mania. Hopefully, not lose the belts. But I mean, the way it's going with Damage Control. The Black Lotus Tribe and Bayley and Dakota Kai, who don't know what direction Dakota Kai's going in right now. Io's definitely losing that belt, which sucks, but I knew it was going to happen at Mania. And as far as Io and Kairi go, I would have Asuka finally get a win at Mania, retain the women's tag team belts, and not have her go 0-7, or 0-6, or 0-7, whatever it is. Not have her have a 7-match losing streak at Mania. Come on now, it's Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka, suck my dick. You can't have Asuka lose six fucking years in a row, 7 years in a row, whatever it may be. Come on now. And I know Bianca is freaking undefeated at Mania. That won't last. You know that ain't gonna last. I think we're gonna see Bianca against freaking Jade Cargill. That's money match. Give me that match, Hunter. Put it on night 1. Well, any night, really. That match will be a banger. Jade's gonna get her first win in WWE. Bianca's WrestleMania streak go bye-bye. You're not The Undertaker. You're not gonna go 24-2, or whatever amount was. I think it was 24-2. Taker's streak, his record at WrestleMania was, I believe, 24-2. So we all know who he lost to: Brock and Roman. That's the only 2 people he lost at Mania to. Everybody else he killed. The last one he was at was WrestleMania 36. That Boneyard match was the only good thing about WrestleMania. That 36 stunk so bad. I didn't like 36 at all. 37 was okay. 38, meh. 39, last year's WrestleMania was okay-ish. But I think this WrestleMania might be actually good because, the possibility of Roman losing. We said that for 4 years now, almost. Since really 37. We all knew Roman's streak might end. No, 37. 37, he beat, I think he beat Brock. 38. Who did he beat in 38? No, 38, he beat Daniel Bryan and Edge. 39, he beat Cody. And 40, he's going to beat Cody again. And at 41, probably loses to Braun Breaker or I don't know who. But then again, he might lose even before Mania. 41. He might lose it at the Royal Rumble, which a lot of, at the time, a lot of dirt sheets were saying Roman's going to lose it at the Rumble of 2025 or at Mania 41. But yeah, we said that 4 years ago, really. He's going to lose at Mania. Yeah. What happens? We're still going. Dude, 1,260 some odd days now. Going close to 1,270. So probably about a month from now, yeah, by the end of March, he'll hit 1,300 days as champ. Nobody's going to eclipse that. I can't see anybody in WWE right now that can eclipse Roman Reigns' record. Walter, maybe, but that's for the Intercontinental title. That don't count. I don't care if Walter holds it for 5 years. It's an Intercontinental title. It's a mid-card title. Not the World Heavyweight Championship, because nobody is going to beat Roman's record. Wherever it ends at. 1305, 1507, whatever it may be. Nobody in WWE now, and probably in the future, will never eclipse that. I don't even think Roman himself, if he goes on a second reign with that belt, he loses it, gets it back, and he goes on another 4-year run. That'd be nice, but, that'd be cumulative. He'll probably beat Bruno's second reign at 1,200 and change. He already did that with his first reign as Unified Champ. So you can only imagine when Roman does lose and he gets it back, whether it be a year from now or whenever he gets it back, how long he will be champ again. So get ready, when he does lose, you'll be like, yay, he finally lost, great, yay! But what happens when he gets it back and holds it for another 2 years? And you're like, fuck, why did we give it back to him? Why? Nah, I'm not watching WWE no more. Yeah, you're right. You would be watching WWE because you would still be acknowledging your tribal chief for another 3 years after he loses and gets it right back. So, you have your moment soon or next year, but after that, when Roman gets the belt back and he holds it for another 3 years, you're gonna complain like little bitches, little fucking marks that you are. So enjoy the few months that you might have, Roman without the belt, but I guarantee you this, that Roman will get that belt back after he loses the belt. He will get it right back. Because it's not going to take 2-3 years for Roman to get back the belt. No. Even if Roman took a year off and he comes back unexpectedly again, you'll never know when he comes back, and he comes back, it's like, I want my belt back. I'm still the tribal chief. He gets it back from Cody, he gets it from a schmuck like Phil Brooks, Punk. If Punk's still healthy and still in the company, that is. Roman can beat Punk, whip his ass, get the belt back, and then we're like, who's gonna beat? Now who's gonna beat him? He beat Cody. He beat The Rock. Beat Punk to get the belt back. Now who's gonna beat him? Braun Breaker? Maybe. Walter? Maybe. Obafemi? When he comes up to the main roster? If he comes up to the main roster? Yeah, maybe. That'll be funny. Uba! Ooh! So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, we move on with that. Alright, let's get back to Raw real quick, and we're going to end this shindig pretty soon. Alright, so we got Michael Chandler calling out Conor McGregor on a wrestling show. I thought that was ridiculous and stupid. Fuck Conor McGregor and fuck Michael Chandler for all we care. Fuck the UFC and fuck you fans out there that like the UFC. Yeah, I said it. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. So, we got that. Alright, then we get a promo from Chad Gable. Sheesh! Sheesh, please. Thank you. So he's ready to take on Ivar. Coming up in a little bit. Ivar is ready to take on him. We get that. Let me move on. Alright, after that, we go to that 8-man tag team match we have the Judgment Day, the law firm of Finn and Priest, still your undisputed tag team champions of the world, along with JD McDumbass and Dominic Guerrero, ese Latino Heat. So, they come out, they take on The Miz, R-Fool, and DIY, Johnny Gargano, and the Psycho Killer, Mr. Tommaso Ciampa. Alright, this was kind of a weird match. Early on, the faces take care of the Judgment Day. They send them to the outside and then do the Suck It! Chop. DX Chop. For shits and giggles. Then we come back, and eventually R-Truth gets the hot tag, hits the axe kick on Damian Priest, then the lie detector for a near fall, and then everybody's hitting their signature moves. Bobby Priest tries to go for South of Heaven, and Truth reversed it into a roller for a near fall, and then he tries for the AA. Priest escapes that, hits South of Heaven. 1, 2, 3. The Judgment Day get the win in under 16 minutes. Match was alright. Near the end, got a little bit good, so I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. And, yeah, we move on. Alright, then we got to look at The Rock, Dwayne, officially joined the Bloodline on SmackDown with his whole shtick and everything. I'm gonna slap the herpes right out of your mouth. It's on The Rock. He thinks he's part of the Bang Bang Scissor Gang doing this shit. Yeah, that's what you are, Dwayne. We don't trust you, Dwayne. We don't trust you. Roman thinks he's got an ally in Rock, but in the back of his mind, like, yeah, Rock's fucking me. I know it. The wise man knows it too. Paul Heyman, he knows. You'll see it on Friday, you know. You'll see his face. Watch his face. He knows. He's been nervous since the freaking media scrum. After they had that, even after when Rock basically ripped Triple H a new a-hole. Heyman's he was like this. He's doing this the Roman, but at the same time he's like nervous as fuck next to Rock. And then when Rock and Roman are leaving the building, getting in their black car, you see kind of Heyman's like, you know, off to the distance, you know, kind of away from Rock, and he's kind of next to Roman. And his face just told the story. He's like, I don't trust Wayne. I wouldn't trust him. And then, on SmackDown, you see Paul like, time, shut up, Rock, let's go. And even during that promo, you see Heyman's face like, he's like, he looked nervous. He did, man. I would be too if I knew that Rock's only doing this for Cody. It's like, I'm just gonna be buddy with my cousin, and then I'm gonna screw him over because I'm a bitch. I'm just messing with the fans. I want them to hate me, and then they're gonna love me at WrestleMania when I rock bottom Roman and have Cody pin him. Then I'm gonna be like, yay, I'm the Rock again! I'm not Hollywood Rock anymore. Or he can stay Hollywood Rock, and then Roman comes back as a face and basically says, Rock, you can go back to Hollywood and make your crappy movies. Pretty much. That's that. Alright, we'll see what happens with that. After the Elimination Chamber. It's really SmackDown, it doesn't really tell much with the Rock Bloodline storyline and Cody, Seth, WrestleMania. It's gonna really kick into gear this Monday night on Raw. And that's that. Alright. Then we go to the back with Jackie Redmond looking hot as always. And her guest Sami Zayn for the third week in a row. Not in the arena, but in the locker room. Sami says he's hitting the pause button on his little feud with Drew McIntyre because there is a path for him to WrestleMania. Don't know what it is. And he's going to be a champion. How? What title? Don't know. But he's not going to win a title at Mania unless he faces Logan Paul, probably. But even still, I don't even think he's going to win that match. And he's not going to face Walter because he already got his ass handed to him by Walter. So we got that. So I think the way that he becomes a champion is he wins Money in the Bank and then cashes in on whoever's the world champion by that, because he's not going to be doing it to Roman. You know that's not going to happen. I would love for it to be he cashes in on Cody and beats Cody. That would be great. Then we'll all love Sami Zayn again. But, I mean, we'll have to see what happens. But I truly believe, and I have a gut feeling, it's not a prediction, not a spoiler, but I think Sami Zayn is a top guy, no pun intended with FTR, he's a top guy to win Money in the Bank. I would have him win Money in the Bank. Not Cody, not anybody else. Because if Cody, I bet you nothing, if Cody loses, and he will, at WrestleMania, you know he's going to get into the Money in the Bank match and probably win, then get another chance at Roman, and it would just tease Roman for most of the summer, maybe try to cash in at SummerSlam, after, the whole match with The Rock. He'll tease it, but he won't do it. I think if he does win Money in the Bank, he's going to cash in at Survivor Series. Think about it. Might not happen, but, think about it. And that's it. We'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we got the ladies in the Elimination Chamber match. We have the man, Becky. Becky Lynch comes out. Looking great, as always. Good fit. Now he has a new hat. He's like, do you like the hat? Yay, we love the hat. Okay, it stays. Okay. She talks about how she's going to win the Elimination Chamber, earn the right to face Rhea Bloody Ripley, and then Maggie's like, or Nia Jax. That foreshadowing. At WrestleMania. Becky says Rhea's been on a roll of a lifetime, but I'm here. I'm the biggest threat to the belt. And, I am the best because this is my first Elimination Chamber match. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to win it for the first time. Then she talks about beating almost everyone that's in the Chamber match. And then Liv Morgan comes out looking hot, saying, I don't like you, acting like, that like no one in this match is a threat. She talks about, I was the last person to beat Rhea, and then Rhea had to get all pissy and put me on the shelf for 6 months with a bad shoulder. And then the other women come in, Raquel Rodriguez, Naomi, Bianca Belair plays with her hair, Bianca Belair. And then Daddy's favorite girl, Tiffany Stratton. Daddy! Yes, Sunshine, how are you?
Did you see me last night?
Yeah, you look great, as always, Sunshine.
Yeah, but that dumb bitch with that fake hair, she beat me up, Daddy. Yeah, I don't like her.
No, I don't like her either. But calm down, Sunshine. You're gonna do great in the Elimination Chamber. Trust me.
Okay, Daddy. Bye. I gotta go to the mall. Bye.
Okay, gotta have him. We move on. So they all come out saying they're gonna win, and then Bianca's like, I'm gonna keep up my undefeated streak. I was like, won the Chamber last year. And I won WrestleMania, of course. Blah, 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 blah. And then Tiffany's like, yeah, I don't want to hear it, bitch. Leave me alone. And then they start fighting a little bit. And then Nia Jax comes out and beats the fuck out of everybody. Leaves them all laying. And I was like, what happened? Where's Rhea Ripley in all this? Why didn't Rhea come out and save them? I guess you don't care. But we move on, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so I gave all that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get another Shinsuke Nakamura Japanese-style promo. And he's like, Sami Zayn, I'm going to make you famous. You're not The Undertaker, stop it. And he's like, anytime, anywhere, I'll make you famous. Let's do that Mania, why not? Why not? Let's do it. So we got that. But that line by Shinsuke, I mean, I know you're trying to emulate, it's a great line. I mean, I'll make you famous, by the American badass Taker. You mess with me, I'll make you famous. By the GOAT of all GOATs, The Undertaker. The Phenom. The greatest of all time of the modern era. Not of all time. That's still, in my eyes, still the greatest of all time is Hogan. But the greatest of the modern era. Meaning after Hogan and company. Pretty much after the golden era was gone, and then, well, a little bit of the new generation. From like, I would say 91 on, up to now, I think the greatest of all time is The Undertaker. People are going to say Cena, people will say Roman, yeah, I give you Roman, but that's maybe on your list, Roman is the greatest of all time. On my list, Undertaker is the GOAT. He's pretty much been in, he wrestled longer than Roman. Roman's been in WWE since 2013, 14? It's been in about 10 years. I mean, he's done a lot of great things. I mean, almost 1,300-day reign as champ. Yeah, that's great, but he'll never have like a 22-4 record at Mania. I know this is gonna be, I think, his 8th straight year in the main event, which is a record. Yeah, that's a great record. But still, not 22-4. I mean, 24-2. Why am I talking about 22-4? He'll never have the record and done the things at Mania that Undertaker would do. 24-2. Nobody's gonna eclipse that. Nobody's gonna do the things at Mania that Taker did. I don't care if you're a man or even a woman. Like if you're Bianca Belair and you're 6-0, 7-0 at Mania. That's gonna end pretty quick. Because nobody is gonna go on another 21-0 record like The Undertaker did. And of all people, he lost to Brock Lesnar. Should have lost to somebody like, I would really say he should have lost to Triple H in that Hell in a Cell match at 29. Not 30 to Brock. I would have kept it going. I would have had him lose to Roman. I mean, really piss everybody off. That would have been his first loss. He should have lost to Roman at 30. Wait, he did at 32. But I would have had Taker beat Brock for the title. I think it was for the title. I'm not sure, but in any case, I would have had Taker win, go to 22-0, 31. He beats Bray. 23-0. Then Roman comes around. There you go. The first loss, 23-1. Then he beats Cena, 24-1. Beats AJ to finish his WrestleMania career, 25-1. That's what it should have been. 25-1. And the one blemish would have been freaking Roman, not Cena. If Cena would have been the guy to really break the streak, everybody and their mama would have been really pissed off. But thankfully, Taker wiped the floor with John Cena at Mania. I mean, in the Ruthless Aggression era, Cena could have barely beat him. He had a couple of matches with Taker, and Taker whipped his ass. If he didn't get beat up by Brock or anybody else, I think Taker would have had a few more world titles under his belt. He only had, I believe, I think he won the world title 4 times overall, the WWE title and the big gold belt. Yeah, I think he held it for 4 reigns. I think 4 or 5 reigns. Still, tag team champion a couple times with Kane. You know, but that's the only belt the hardcore. He did hold the hardcore belt. Remember that? Not for long. He didn't hold the belt for that long. Kind of, not that he needed the belt. Taker never needed the hardcore belt. It was just a piece of tin to him. Same thing with Kane. Kane held the hardcore belt for a little bit. But that belt was like designed for like guys like Bob Holly and Al Snow and what's his name? Can't think of his name off the top of my head. Can't think of his name. The little brother of Bob Holly. I can't think of his name off the top of my goddamn head. Crash Holly. Guys like that. Not guys like Maven and, Tommy Dreamer, Raven, yeah. Tommy Dreamer is like the longest reigning freaking hardcore champion of like 28 times where it wasn't even recognized. On indie shows, it is, but wasn't really recognized in WWE. They never really said, oh, Tommy Dreamer's a 28-time hardcore champion. Raven, we almost held it, kind of held it around the same length, to be honest. But I think Raven held it, really was a great hardcore champion. Hardcore WWF champion. But I think nobody can emulate what Crash Holly did with that belt. That was fun. Make it 24/7 and everything. Craziness. Everywhere. I mean, they went everywhere. I mean, they came basically 10 minutes away from my house. If I knew that, I mean, I wasn't living here, like, when they did that episode at Funtime USA. I was, like, 90-something. I wasn't living in this house. I was living with my parents. If I knew that, if I was living here, I would have ran there. It was, like, basically 10 minutes away from here. I would have went there, and I would have seen that. I could have pinned Crash Holly. Like, hey, what up? Oh, I bumped into him by accident. Then I'm like, alright, pin, 1, 2, this fan just won the hardcore title! Who is he? Then we just dropped it. It's like, oh no, I mean, I don't want the title! I don't want it! What happened? I don't want it! I'll just give it right back to freaking Earl Hebner. Like, I don't want it. Like, I didn't know you were taping. Like, he ran into me and he fell down. I fell on top of him. Freaking, count! Come on, Earl Hebner, do your job. Count. 1, 2, 3. Peter Gilmore's the champ. What? That would have been funny. Right, but if I knew, I think anybody would have been, if they were there, man. I think all they had was the camera crew. And Earl Hebner, basically, going down the slide. That was hilarious. It was Crash Holly against the Headbangers. I think it was the Headbangers. One of the Headbangers, Moshin, and whatever the other guy's name is. That was hilarious. But like I said, I live 10 minutes away from Funtime USA. What was Funtime USA. Now it's just a freaking storage unit. But, man, I would have loved to ran over there. Been outside the freaking... Been outside just looking on like, yeah, come on, Crash! You suck! Went into him by accident. Going like, I'm just walking, I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And he just bumps into me, falls down on his ass. And I fall onto my ass, or I fall on top of him. I'm like, and the camera's still rolling. That would be hilarious, man. Then I would have really been a 17-time champ. We should add that to my 16-time XWF hardcore titles I won, but that would have been epic, but yeah. I'm just being funny. But anyway, move on. Move on from that. Oh, we got 5 minutes to NXT, even though it's taped, so we got that. Move on. Alright. So Shinsuke is ready for Sami Zayn. He's going to make him famous. We'll see. We got that. So I give that 3 to 5 stars. Then we're going to Chad Gable and Ivar. This match was actually pretty damn good. No Valhalla at ringside. Gable, if this guy does not beat Walter at Mania, I mean, it has to be somebody. I would, it has to, yeah, I would give Gable one final shot. If he doesn't win, he gets nothing after that. Like, you don't get a title shot as long as I'm the champ, or you never will fight for the title ever again, or you leave WWE, whatever. Walter would think of something. Gabe was like, yeah, I gotta do it. I got nothing to lose, And then at Mania, he gets this big moment. Ends the streak of all, well, not the streak of all streaks, but he ends Walter's 1.5 year reign as champ. And then, Gable goes on maybe a nice 3 month reign with the title. But we'll see. But Gable freaking went berserk in this match. Craziness. He picked Ivar up into a bridging suplex. Then he goes up top, hits the moonsault. 1, 2, actually he hit that for a near fall, and then locks in the Patriot lock or the ankle lock, and made Ivar tap in just under 8.5 minutes. But this match was pretty damn good. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And thank you. Let's move on. But yeah, give Gable the Intercontinental title. I know he's gone after it, I think, 3 times and lost all 3 times. But yeah, why not? Let's do it again. Do it number 4. And we get that. Alright, then we get the Elimination Chamber rundown. And then we go to Kathy Kelly in the... Jackie Redmond in the back with Drew McIntyre, who basically says, I'm ready to win the Elimination Chamber because I can beat anyone in that match. And you probably could. And I think he will be the Elimination Chamber winner. Goes on to face Seth Rollins, probably in the opening matches of Night 1 of Mania, because the main event's definitely going to be Rock, Roman versus Seth and Cody, if Seth is still walking after that. But, I mean, we'll see. I think it might be a 2-on-1 handicap match, and then Seth comes in later, and then helps Cody maybe beat Roman and The Rock. But I pretty much doubt that. But then, because if you have Cody and Seth win, who takes the pin? Has to be Roman, right? Or it ends in I would probably have it end in a disqualification. Sucks, but I mean, that's how WrestleMania might end, but I think if somebody has to take the pin for Roman and Rock, it has to be Roman. Because you think The Rock is going to take the pin? Probably not. But if Roman and Rock win, I would definitely have Cody take the pin. Have Cody take another loss. Another fat L. And then at Mania, he takes an even bigger fat L. After Roman wipes the floor with him again. I don't care how much interference is in that match. Cody ain't gonna beat him straight up. He can't. Cody cannot beat Roman straight up. I know Roman can't beat Cody straight up, but still. It would be nice to have Roman just win clean. Not have Solo, Jimmy, Jay, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, 6,000 other people in the audience come out just to beat up, and then have The Rock turn on Roman at the end of the whole chicanery. And then Cody hits the stupid Cody Cutter into the triple threat crossroads, and he pins Roman. Michael Cole goes nuts, has an orgasm in his pants. Freaking Corey Graves like, I can't believe he did it! Like, nobody's gonna give a shit. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm just gonna come on videos like, Cody, it's like, it took you 2 years to beat Roman, and you still can't beat him one-on-one, straight up. You have to have everybody else and their mama come out. Well, but enjoy your fucking title. You're not gonna hold it for long. I'll tell you that much. At most, he holds it till SummerSlam, when a certain guy named Phil might come back. But we move on. Oh, NXT's starting. Shit. Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. Alright, NXT is about to be live. Oh, not live, sorry, taped. Alright, so we got that. It's time to acknowledge me. So we got that. Alright. After we get Drew, which I gave you 2.5 out of 5 stars, we go to the Intercontinental title match. Walter and his 619-day reign as champ, taking on probably his biggest threat to date, Jey Uso. Everybody banned from the ring. So that means no Marcel Barthel, Fabian Aichner, no New Day. Actually, we get the New Day in a promo in the back after, I think it was after or before Drew. They're going to fight Marcel Barthel and Fabian Aichner in a street fight this Monday night. Interesting. Alright, so NXT begins with Shotzi Blackheart and the lassie from Ireland, the NXT Women's Champion, Layla Valkyria, coming into the dreaded parking lot. So we get that, and as we all know what happened to Shotzi, this is what happened to her, so we're gonna see it. Not gonna be great, but hopefully, Shotzi's gonna come back, probably by the summertime, depending on, I don't know the extent of her injury, but she's gonna be out for a while. Just to say that. And we got that. Alright, so we start off NXT properly with the North American title match with Lexis King, Brian Pillman Jr. taking on the champ, the Nigerian brute himself, Mr. Wakanda Forever, Oba Femi. Woo! And we got that. Well, it should be, pretty decent match for the NXT North American title. And, that's it. And once again, I think we have, Byron Thaxton on commentary with Vic Joseph. Yep, Byron's still there. Because it's taped. That's why. Byron changed his suit, that's why. I think last week he was wearing pink. Now he's wearing like a blue turquoise puce suit. Which you probably still get at the Men's Warehouse. They have colors like that. Puce. How about pralines and ick? Alright, anyway. Alright, so we have Walter and Jey Uso. Very good match. Back and forth they went. We get a spear by Jey for a very near fall on Walter. And then Walter knocks him down again. Goes up top for the splash. He hits it for another near fall. And he gets a little frustrated. And then, Jey goes back with another spear. And then sends Walter to the outside. Then he hits like a third spear in the ring. And then he goes up top for the Superfly splash. He connects. He's about to win the Intercontinental title. But then we see one bell, and then the bell starts ringing. Like, who the hell is ringing the bell? And then we see it's Jimmy Uso in a hood. I'm like, yeah, here we go. Jimmy versus Jey at Mania. Who called it? So he starts ringing the bell. And then Jay's like, you son of a bitch! And then freaking Michael Cole's like, that son of a bitch! And then Pat Mango's like, what the hell, Jimmy? So Jay goes after Jimmy, dives onto him, and beats him up. Then he hits a super kick in the ring on Walter, knock him down again. Goes up top for another Superfly splash, but Walter got his knees up, and then he basically kind of small package, really looking small package. You see Von Wagner looking on with Robbie E. At the match in the back. Look at that. So Walter gets his knees up, and then he basically just like a fruit roll up. 1, 2, 3. Walter retains the Intercontinental title in a little under 17 minutes. But I think we all knew that was going to happen, and we're going to get Jimmy versus Jey at Mania. And, it's in the city of brotherly love. Why not? So we get that. And match was pretty damn good. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. As Robbie E's now at ringside. And then Lexis King just shoves him right down for no apparent reason because of the promo from last week where Lexis made fun of Robbie E's kids and Ron and everything. So, not going to end well for Mr. Lexis King, I'll tell you that much. But that's pretty much it. So, Walter retains, and the match again, 3.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Jimmy just goes berserk. He comes in, drops Jey, hits like 3 Superfly splashes on him to end the show. And that's pretty much it. So, probably on Monday Night Raw next week. Jimmy might be on the show to explain what he did. I don't think he's going to say anything on SmackDown about it. I'll be surprised, but we'll see. But I think Monday on Raw will be the start of the Jimmy versus Jay feud going into, well, storyline going into Mania. And Obafemi just retained the North American title. Easy. Nice work for the Nigerian brute himself. The alpha male, Obafemi. Or as I call him, Monty Brown 2.0. And he didn't have to hit the spear to do the pounce to do it. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so that ends Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pretty decent Raw, and I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to go watch the rest of NXT. Woo! And, that's it. So I know NXT is taped. Not going to be great. Ooh, Jasmine Nix. Hello. Those of you who don't know who that chick is, if you're watching NXT right now, and we got JC Jane and Thea Hale. Ariana Grace lurking in the background on her phone, probably talking to Stacks. JC and Thea are talking about Thea Hale's date. And seems like it went well. They went to dinner. It's like, asked her what she would like to have. How about a big juicy steak? Or, and maybe in her case, a big piece of sausage. And then, they're still talking about if she even got the first base with Riley Osborne. And then Ariana Grace comes in, saying, I'm a real lady and this and that. It's like, yeah, I know you're a real lady because Stacks have been hitting that ass. Santino must be happy. Well, I don't know about that, but if I was Stacks chanting Lorenzo, I would be a little bit nervous. Because Ariana Grace is Santino Marella's daughter. One hot piece of ash. I mean, you basically got 3 hot pieces of ash in this segment. JC Jane, Ariana Grace, and Jasmine Nix. Woo! Who cares about Thea Hale? I know she's 20 years old, but would you want to fuck her? I mean, she is weird. And some people like those crazy chicks, right there, Phil? But yeah, I want to see Jasmine Nix in the ring. God damn it. Now we got that. So then, out of that, we got Ariana Grace and Thea Hale. I could care less. And we got that. Now we got the War Dogs! Of Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin Corbin. They're going to have to come out for their celebration after winning the belts from my cousin Tony D and Stacks last week on NXT. Yeah, we got all that. Alright, now we got a commercial for SmackDown this Friday night with the Bloodline's bigger than ever with The Rock joining and everything temporarily. That's the night before the Elimination Chamber. We got Drew McIntyre and Eli Drake one-on-one. That's going to be the main event, obviously. And yeah, so we got that this Friday night on Fox taped. So we got all that. But right now, we gotta worry about NXT, and then tomorrow night, Dynamite, Thursday night, Ring of Honor, and TNA, and then we'll get to SmackDown on Friday night, and get into the weekend, and we'll have we'll be up all day Friday, take a little couple-hour nap until the Elimination Chamber at 5 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. Puerto Rico time, and 10 a.m. in London, 2 a.m. in the Pacific. In California, in the West Coast. So you're gonna be up early. You're gonna be up late, or you're gonna be in. Well, if you're in New York, you're gonna be up really early in the morning to watch pretty much a 3, maybe 4-hour event. So it'd be eating some McDonald's and having a fresh pot of coffee, and then you go to bed. After the chamber, you're back in your bed, man. unless you you want to continue your day. If you're in Puerto Rico, the pay-per-view will probably end about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning there, which would be like 1, 2 o'clock in England. So you'll be eating lunch. You have your little brunch, and then you have not brunch. You have your breakfast, and then you go to lunch or brunch or whatever after that. But on the East Coast, you're up to about 8, 9 o'clock. You have an early breakfast, and then you go to sleep. And then depending on what time you wake up properly on Saturday afternoon, you probably go to sleep. You wake up about, I'd say, between 12 and maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You get up, maybe have another fresh pot of coffee just to wake up. Then you have some lunch. Do whatever you got to do on Saturday afternoon, early Saturday evening. Then you get ready for Collision. Why not? It's a great day. Then you actually get some sleep. You have a little power nap after Rampage goes off the air at 11. You have a nice little 4 or 5, maybe 6 hour nap. You have a little snooze. You get up at 5, or get up before 5. You put on the Elimination Chamber. You maybe go on a watch along, because I know there's a lot of people going to be doing watch alongs. I don't know why. You're hardcore. I might stay up. Not stay up. I might go to sleep then watch it. I'm not gonna watch all. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. If I could stay up to like 6 o'clock in the morning watching Wrestle Kingdom, and that's the entire day, not sleeping, or maybe a little bit of sleep to get like a little power nap before 3 o'clock in the morning when that's New York time before Wrestle Kingdom goes on the air. And then watch that and watch a watch along if there are some. Issa's done it for like the last, I think, 2 years. Bless her heart. Because it's 4 a.m. here. 4 a.m. her time. Watching, Wrestle Kingdom, and she doesn't know any of the wrestlers. And then me and like other people at the tower like, oh, this is what happened. Because most of us watched Japanese wrestling for years, and she's only getting into New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now you gotta start sometime. But we had fun. She loved some of the matches, especially Brian Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. and Tanahashi. That was a great match. All of Wrestle Kingdom was great. Oh god. Now we have Lyra Valkyria and the creepy chick, Tatum Paxley, Gaffney 2.0. You are creepy! And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I really gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. 7 out of 10 stars for NXT. And then that's it. So, thanks for watching. If you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man! That's it. Until next time. Peace.